you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain.
I can't hear you.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Oh, it's time for a podcast, episode 15.
And Boicast on internet.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 15 of the Boicast with the boys on internet. I'm your boy Scottscy. With me, as always, is Oni-chan Blairlex.
Oh, hi, Gazlimas.
We've been especially weeby recently on the podcast.
Have we?
Well,
Dude, I think we've been like relatively the same
well, 'cause
amount of weeb.
we had a really
weeby
weeby episode where we just talked about like the winter season. No, we had the winter season. Then we had high school fight club, and then we had waifus.
I see.
The last episode.
Oh, yeah, we did actually.
So today we're gonna try and not talk about anime as much. I feel we should. Like, I know I want to talk to you about anime, but again, I've not fully caught up with a few things. I've watched Mob Psycho, but that's about it. But
remember, gamers, no animes.
no anime beyond this point.
Dude.
But I want to talk about it, but we'll save it because
we'll save it for next week
of anime. But what do you want to talk about today, my dude? Is there anything specific?
Dude, I've got kind of like an idea.
About?
Like the last time we've been talking about a lot of anime, right?
Yeah.
I've got myself some alcohol, right? So this is going to be good. This is going to be a good podcast, right?
Yeah. I've got myself some apple and elderflower flavored water. So I'm going to be getting fucking lit.
You're going to get fucked up, dude. You know what, dude? Actually, I've got a plan, right? Dude, why don't we talk about the places we've been around the world and little stories about that?
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
You know, I like that idea,
I'm
right?
picking up what you're putting down. You're going to have a lot more input in this, but I'll try.
Yeah.
You know.
Dude, you know what? Let's start off with you, my dude. What parts of the world have you been?
What parts? Hang on. The cable on my fucking mic is being a pain in the ass. So let me just do that. There we go. All right. Okay. Places around the world I've been. I've not been that much of a traveler. I've always wanted to be, but it's an expensive hobby to just travel.
It is an expensive hobby. Like, holy shit.
And plus with being at uni and stuff, well, with going to uni and stuff, I didn't have the money anyway. So, most of my traveling has been like family related. But my first holiday, well, like my first few holidays as a kid were all just to Wales, which is, if anybody doesn't know what Wales is, for some people, because I know a lot of people don't know Wales even exists. Whales are mammals, aren't they? Whales aren't fish, they're mammals.
Yeah, they breathe water, but like, remember...
No, they don't breathe water. No,
they breathe human air.
That's why they come up to the top to get air and then just go back to the bottom and chill.
Wait, do whales like birth live young?
Yes.
Whoa! Then they are a mammal.
That's why the mammals.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. Let me give it whale.
Yeah, they're definitely mammals, right? But anyway, as you were talking about whales, dude.
Yeah, whales are mammals. Anyway, so with my holidays as a kid, we went to Wales because my nan had a caravan that she'd spend the summers at and stuff. So like, as a kid, my main holidays were going to Wales with my fam. And my nan and that, and we'd all go and do adventures with my granddad. He was a nutcase. He's still to this day the funniest man I've ever met.
You always have to have like the crazy fucking granddad. I feel like everybody has the crazy granddad. Like I had a relatively crazy granddad as well.
Like I'd 100% be a completely different person without him raising me. He was like to this day my favorite person in the world. He was so fucking funny. But so yeah, he'd take us all over the place. He'd take us like cave exploring, like sort of places where you can go and explore a cave, and there was all different attempts at theme parks and stuff.
Oh my god, so you went to all the places where like, you know, like one wrong step and you would have been left in that cave forever.
No, they were more touristy. Like it was like a tour.
Okay.
Like you'd be taken through and it'd be like, well, look at all these crystals that are totally real. Like,
dude, I was just about to be just like, my dude, then that's the average Irish holiday for someone like me, right? Like there was small little things which my granddad used to take. He's just like, okay, so go like travel around the beach. I would always find this like really scary cave, and all the time we're always just like, let's go in.
Oh, we did stuff like that,
you know? Yeah.
I did loads. Like another thing we did in Wales. Like this wasn't with my granddad because Jesus, he wouldn't have been able to survive some of the stuff our family did. Like we'd go camping every year, maybe sometimes twice a year. I think we used to go to this place called Shell Island in Wales.
Yeah,
and So it was just like there was like 5 families of us. Like we'd have this like squad of people who would go camping, and it was class. It was just everyone doing stuff, and we'd always go like to the beach.
Was it like different families, or was it
Yeah,
like...
yeah. It was just like family friends, like, you know what I mean. But it would always be like a full family.
Whoa.
So there was like just fucking loads of us, and it was like this place that had massive sand dunes that I almost died on because I just jumped off one and just started barreling down. Like,
Oh my fucking
genuinely,
God.
we were all like running down it, and I just tripped and then turned into Sonic the Hedgehog and just. I got to the bottom and I was like, "Where am I? What
Dude,
year is it?"
That sounds so morbid to
I
like
legit
laugh at,
could
but,
have
like,
died, but I got up and I was like,
yeah.
"Whew," and started laughing my head off.
Are you not entertained?
That's what type of kids like my family were. Like, we just do stupid shit and then laugh it off because it's like cool.
Just
But,
like your arms dislocated, and like everyone's just like, "Way!"
Well, we've got videos of like us on these massive sand dunes with rubber rings.
Mm.
And what we do is we dive face first down a sand dune with a rubber ring and slide down. Like, that's the type of family holiday we did. Like,
I see. That sounds really dangerous.
it was. Meanwhile, my dad's there filming it. Like, and then be like, "Oh, it's my turn." It was nuts. We just do stupid shit like that. So, like, that was the majority of my normal holidays with my family. Was Wales, because it was just easy and there was fucking loads to do there. And we were the type, we weren't like touristy. We wouldn't go like look around and take all the like pictures and all that. We were like, my brother and dad were both photographers, but they'd rather do it, you know, alone. Like,
Yeah,
you can be more in the zone. So family stuff, we didn't want to be like waiting for people to do photography and doing all this. We'd just go out and just throw ourselves off of sand dunes and jumping off cliffs and stuff. And that's not even a joke. We used to jump off cliffs because my family got into this like hobby of what was called tombstoning, I think it was called.
Tombstoning. That sounds extremely like illegal.
Oh yeah, we could have died. It's not illegal.
And dangerous. All right,
It's just
what's
very
tombstoning?
dangerous. Basically,
tell me what that is.
tombstoning is when you find like sort of lakes and quarries or like naturally formed quarries. I don't know what they're called. I don't know what natural reservoir, I guess. No, because that's also man-made, isn't it? I don't know. But basically, it was just like a massive pool of water just in the middle of like a mountain or something.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
And there was this one we used to go all the time, which was apparently like 400 feet deep. And there was just like cars and stuff in it that people have thrown off the cliff into them. And
what the fuck, dude? You gotta get like an infection.
No, it was all rainwater, so it was all clean. So
But like the rusting cars and shit.
it was fine. I'm still alive, aren't I?
I died.
But we basically used to just jump off the cliffs into the water. And
Really?
it was nuts. Like, let me see if I can find a picture to show you. If I remember, I'll throw it in the episode. So anybody listening on Spotify or thingy, let me know and I'll send you it, I
We'll
guess.
send you a PM.
Or if not, I apologize. It's on the YouTube episode. If I remember to put it in, that is. I might forget.
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah.
all right. If we forget, just shame him.
Yeah, do that.
Shame.
Like,
Shame.
we got into this like sub
Shame.
hobby. We all had our own wetsuits, and we all just like would go scouting out all these different places to jump off of cliffs. And I was like, how old was I? I was quite young. I think I was like 11 or 12, and just jumping off cliffs.
Holy shit.
Well, that's what I mean. I used to be stupidly active and would exercise regularly, and now I sit at a desk pretty much 12 hours a day.
That's such a weird thing to say, right? Because like I would consider myself more active now, but when I was like, say, like, okay, so I kind of like I went to 5 to like 10 being a fucking maniac, right? And then I went from 11 to 20 being a lazy piece of shit. And now I'm 21 to 22, like back to being a physical man again. Like, it's so strange how that like happens.
Mine's only been from about 17 onward.
Really?
Yeah, because in high school, I was really into basketball and skateboarding and BMXing and parkour. So I was always doing stuff at that age. And then when I hit 17, I went to college. That was when I sort of stopped being active and started just staying in more.
It kind of like stops you from being active, really, because then you're just like, oh, I could be active. I could go to the gym and pay like 300 for the fucking years. You know what I mean? Like, you kind of sit there and just like,
Yeah, I've got a picture here for you of
It's like
me
you'd
and
be running around doing parkour in the city, right?
yeah, just flipping over cars and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeet.
Doing backflips and shit, dude. Whoa, dude, that was a sick backflip.
But yeah,
Dude, it's still loading.
there's one of the pictures.
What the fuck?
I'm there on the far right, little old me jumping like a moron.
Dude, that is an adventure, dude. That's some. You can see your reflection in that water, and that either makes it seem like it's very shallow.
No, that
or-
is the deepest. That was the deepest one. Apparently, that's like 1,000 feet deep. Apparently,
No fucking way.
yeah, it was just like a sort of thing. Just that's all rainwater. That's all that is.
Jesus
It's
Christ,
just collected
dude,
over that time.
Dude, this is a squad photo right now.
The thing is with that water though, that one was so deep you couldn't see in the water. Like if you put like goggles on or
yeah.
look down, it was just an abyss. You couldn't see a thing, and it was terrifying. Like
That's so scary.
with the other one we went to, you could at least see the sort of like cars and like just rocks and stuff at the bottom. You could see it was deep as balls, but you could
Yeah.
see that one.
It's
Nothing, just blue, and it was like
dude, doesn't that mean like the
anything.
water's like super infected with shit?
no. It just means
Sure.
it's that deep.
I guess so, right? I guess
They're,
the
they're all
light's not
safe.
reaching
They're
the
all
floor.
safe to swim in. There was no sign saying don't swim. There's nothing. It's just you get to it. Because if
That's
they
not- I don't know. You seem like the type of fella who would like see a sign and be just like,
fuck
it's
it,
alright. Yeah, like that's the kind of
But-
guy I believe you to be.
Nah, my dad got it from. My dad got this hobby from a book. He read. It was like a book
You
of
read
like.
a book?
Yeah, my dad. My dad was an idiot. He just. My dad just takes anything and goes, right, let's do it. Because he doesn't stick to one thing. He was proper like, I want to do this, and no, now I want to do this. No, now I want to do this, which I think I've sort of adapted. Because I do
Yeah,
it quite
yeah.
a lot. It's like, oh, I want to make videos. Oh, no, now I want to be a musician. Oh, now I want to be an actor. Oh, now I want to be a
But, like,
voice
I
actor.
can
Oh, I want to be a
understand
dog.
that. Yeah, I can
But-
understand that. Like
Yeah.
sometimes you just want to like have an adventure, right? To have that choice is nice.
Definitely.
But also just to go back on the reading of books, dude. You know what I like more than reading these books?
Go on.
My Bugatti.
Isn't it a
Come on the
Lamborghini?
podcast. Yeah, don't worry about it, dude. It's okay.
Get
I fucked
Ty
it up.
Lopez.
Ty Lopez, come on the podcast.
Come tell
defend
us
yourself.
what car it was.
We
can't remember.
Defend your car.
Defend your library and knowledge. Knowledge.
Knowledge.
But yeah, like
Okay.
that was
So good.
my holidays mostly was just camping, and we'd go out and throw ourselves about. Like it was funny one of the years when we were camping because there was like this massive like sort of rainstorm type of thing where it was
Yeah.
just torrential rain. It was insane. And
That
then,
sounds like hell, dude.
we were on the campsite and everyone was all like, you could see everyone sort of panicking, trying to do stuff and trying to get out of like the campsite or whatever. Meanwhile, my family have all grabbed rubber rings and are all like fucking, and we also all like fucking jumping into the water and skiing across. And then we had like a bodyboard as well, and we were like we throw it and then run and jump on it and try and see how far we could go before hitting the deck. And we actually got a picture put up in the welcome like station in the campsite of like my family, like all the women of our family, like my mum and then like my mate's mum and all that. They all
Yeah.
stood on one boogie board in the middle of this massive puddle, just like, and then we got a picture in the paper and on thingy in the welcome desk because it was like panic. It was like that heavy rain. And meanwhile, our family were like, oh, let's do it. Let's go. Let's go do some shit. It was cool.
Dude, that's fucking psychopathic, dude. Like, what the fuck?
It's just making the best of a bad situation, really. It's not. I never really saw
I
it.
don't- I
guess.
dude, at the time, but like, if you say torrential rain, that means the wind must be going crazy as
The
well,
wind
right?
surprisingly wasn't that bad.
Ah, okay.
And this was sort of like after, so it was just puddles and the rain wasn't really going as much.
Okay,
But
okay,
it was
okay.
still like bad weather. But our
It's still,
family
like,
just
pouring
didn't
or
care.
something? Huh?
I've actually found the picture of that we got put up.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Dude, show us.
it's loading now. But I miss camping. Camping was great.
Oh my god, dude. Whoa, what do you mean? dude, that's flooding. What do you mean? Torrential rains, dude. The campsite is flooded right now, dude. What the fuck are you talking about?
Meanwhile, they're all holding alcohol just on a boogie board in the middle of a puddle. Our family just didn't care. It was just like, fuck it, why not? It's not gonna kill us. It's just a bit of rain. You know what I mean? Like,
You know what? That's cool. You
Just
know,
had a good
that's the thing. You kind of had like a crazy adventure, to be honest.
yeah, that's we always tried to with all of our stuff. Like, it was just do something with it, if you know what I mean.
Mm.
I miss camping. Camping was fantastic.
It's kind of weird. I never went camping, like, ever.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know if I would like it. I don't know if I'd like it, you know what I mean? Like, I've never tried it, so I can't say that too much. But I feel like me being, like, I live in the countryside every day, so it's basically like
Yeah.
I'm camping every day anyway. Like, I've got a house, right? But, like,
I don't know.
like,
I
you
think
know,
you'd
if
like
there's,
it.
like,
I think
you sure?
it's a whole different vibe when you're camping.
okay.
Because like you're making fires, you're all gathered around, you're all like doing stuff, going out, and like you have to find something to do every day. You can't just sit on the camp.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You've got to make something. You haven't got computers. You haven't got anything. You have to make something to keep you distracted and do something for the day. So you end up just doing stupid stuff, and it's really fun. I
Dude,
think
the
you should
boys
do it.
go camping, dude.
I'd love to, but a lot of
boys-
campsites don't let just groups of lads.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
What do you think?
Well, come to Ireland. They fucking let us, like, dude, if you give them a fiver, they will let you into any campsite you want.
True. Well,
Like,
it's like
it's literally like there is so many places you can go camping here, and they actually kind of come to schools and things like that, and are just like, hey, if any of you guys want to come camp in this dangerous
you won't
forest,
die. We
you won't die.
promise.
Like, but if you sign this waiver that says that we are not you know, responsible, then of course you can come.
But if I did want to go camping, I'd want to go where I used to go
Mm.
because it's just amazing. It's so good. And it'd be just, God, I haven't been there in years. It's been so long thinking about it.
How far would like Wales be from you right now?
From me,
Yeah.
depends what part of Wales.
Well, where would you normally go?
I think it's 2 hours. I think.
2 hours.
Let me give it a Google.
Dude, 2 hours is not like that bad. Like literally, it
No,
takes 2 hours for me to get to Dublin, and 2 hours to get back.
Shell Island. Florida. No. Well,
Florida, that's not, dude. You've gone too far.
Wales. Okay, I think that's it.
Get on your
Tranquil
raft, bud.
area for camping and beaching. That's the one.
Have you ever heard of glamping, my dude?
Glamping.
It's
That's
called
kind of what
it-
we did, but not.
Are you
that
sure?
much.
It's called glamorous camping.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
But the way we used to do camping was we had a mansion. That's not even a joke.
what?
We had a tent. The body of the main bit in the middle of the tent was like this huge open area. And then off of it, 3 bedrooms.
Oh my god.
And then we also had a mess tent where we'd have 2 dining tables and a grill. And then in front of that, we'd have, like, obviously the fireplace and, like, loads of camping chairs around it. And then a gazebo on top of that. Well, not on top of it, but we'd have a gazebo.
That was. What
And then we'd
the
also
fuck?
have a bunch of mini tents for, like, all, like, the other people that came. Like, we owned a campsite when we rolled up.
Oh my fucking god, dude.
Because that's what I mean. This was our thing we did every year. So we were kitted out.
Yeah.
Like, it was.
I suppose it was you and like 5 other families, right?
That's
You're
what I
saying?
mean. It was a big
Yeah.
deal. So if we'd have like the mess tent, so everyone could eat at the same time. We could all gather and all. So where we'd store all the booze, even though I couldn't drink because I was like
Oh, the
13.
booze, but you looked at it from afar and just knew. You
I
was
do.
like,
I do remember
one
when I was a
day.
kid. My mum let me have one WKD, one. And
Dude,
it was so
WKD
funny.
is always the one that everyone starts you
But
on.
it was so funny though because I was already feeling quite ill, but
Yeah.
I wasn't passing up on the chance to taste a sip of that blue wicked. You know what I'm saying?
The blue juice,
Like,
dude.
I'm not giving up that chance. So I like drank like half of it. And then I was up all night throwing up.
Oh my.
See, bad moments of alcohol since day one, my dude. Like,
It's actually weird how we have this like same experience. I wasn't on a campsite. I remember my sister being just like, "Hello, brother. It is time for you. You're now 12 years of age. You know what? have a sip of this. And I had a sip of it, and I was just like, this is great. And she was just like, okay, cool, no more. But of course, I was a rebel,
The boy
so I
wanted
stole
more.
one. Yeah, the boy wanted more, so I stole one. And dude, the exact thing, dude. When you're younger, you just can't. Like, obviously, like, there's a reason. There's a reason why there's an age limit on alcohol and things like that.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
as a child, like if they got me on, if they were just like, have a sup of this, like this beer or this vodka, I would have been just like, dude, I'm fucking I'm abstaining for life, dude. I'm not I'm not having this shit. But they gave me the sweet stuff, right? The really really good tasty stuff, and then you're just like, I need some more of that.
That's the thing now, though. It's weird. Like when you're that young, when you're that age, you always want like the one you think about is Wicked because it is 100% feels like it's branded towards children. It's got all these really like bright colors and there's iron brew flavor, there's blue, and like it's all just very eye catching and looks like just sort of a panda pop. If
It
you
does,
know
doesn't
what
it?
they
It's-
are.
Yeah, I do. Like it feels so weird because like that's like they're definitely not. They're definitely marketed towards like they're girly drinks. You know what I mean? They're the
guess.
stuff
Well-
that you wanna get your girlfriend or your thing. Like the girls are out and we're just gonna have a little bit of drink and we're not gonna get any more than tipsy.
But did you remember the adverts for Wicked? Did you ever get it? There's like
No,
a guy in the
we didn't
pub
have Wicked.
who was getting a call from like his wife, and then like he answers it, and then the whole pub starts pretending it's like a job, and the whole
Yeah.
pub's all like pretending to make faxes and stuff, and he's like, "Oh, sorry, honey, I won't be home. I'm staying late at the office." And then he puts it down the old chair, and then he gets handed a Wicked. It's like show your Wicked side, and it just looked like a guy his age. He looked about like 40 odd, was drinking a Wicked, and it was just like, no, that's not how you brand it. But they can't be like showing teenage sort of like 18-year-olds because it market it even closer to children. So it's just a really weird advert.
You wonder, like, if they, like, with those type of adverts, right? If they, because, like, over here, they're just basically, like, alcoholic adverts are literally just like, yes, Bulmers, it is delicious. Look at how much, like, ice is coming off the glass.
And it shows all these apples being just hit with water in slow-mo, and you're like, oh, that looks so crisp.
Oh, yeah, I love that. Oh, yes.
Like, I don't even like cider that much, but watching an advert like that is just always like, oh, I could go for a cider.
It's really satisfying, right? Dude, and they always have the celebrity at the end being just like, apples.
Yeah, they
And then,
finish.
like,
They finish the sip. They're like Bulmers, and you're like
Bulmers.
Ooh, sexy.
Dude, it's kind of like that with the Smirnoff Ice ads as well, like where they're just
Dude,
like,
I adore Smirnoff Ice. I don't
Dude.
drink it because it's like if you're seen drinking it, you're branded.
really, I don't give a fuck. Dude, like it's weird. It's a weird thing to say. Like actually, to be honest, if I'm out and we get like. If we're going full on girly drinks, I'm drinking cocktails the entire night. You know what I mean? We're going for a cocktail.
I've never
every
really
single
drank
time.
cocktails. Now that I think
Well,
about it,
You know what? We're going
Mate,
to a
you'll have-
cocktail bar in
you
Berlin.
have to give me the closest I've had to a cocktail is a fishbowl, which I've drank to myself because that's what we used to do.
A fishbowl
in
is
uni.
like it's
kind of a cocktail, but it's just more of a here's a bunch of shit, drink it. If you know what I mean, like.
Yeah, like I don't know. A fishbowl over here is like we're gonna get loads and loads of different alcohol in there, and you're not gonna know what's in it.
Yeah, pretty much same.
That's that's just how a fishbowl
they
is.
kind of have names like you can get a Sex on the Beach one or a I can't remember what the blue was. I think it was just basically a full thing of Wicked, like just a fishbowl
really?
full of Wicked. That's what it tasted like. It was awful, but
Oh.
my god, you'd get hammered after it. It was great. That was
It's
back in my
weird,
uni
really.
days. But
Dude, I'll have to show you some like good cocktails anyway, because we have like
yeah, because I
the
feel like a
Moscow
cocktail
Mule, dude.
is
You'll
made.
like the Moscow Mule.
I feel like a cocktail is made specifically to be tasty in it. It's not like a sort of you're gonna get drunk off cocktails. It's like it tastes
But
good.
it's a
and get you
weird thing.
tipsy.
I
Like-
always tell people that you can get drunk off cocktails, but like if
Obviously, yeah.
I don't think you should mix alcohol. Like, say, if you're going to drink vodka, you drink vodka for the rest of the night. If you're going to drink beer for the rest of the night. Same thing with cocktails. Cocktails have already started to be a mix, so you should drink cocktails for the rest of the night. Like,
Yeah.
it's a weird thing that, like, even though it's a big mix and they say you shouldn't mix alcohol, cocktails are one of those mixed alcohol where, like, it's okay as long as you just keep drinking more cocktails.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I
It-
think
it-
that's,
it doesn't make
most of the
sense,
times
but-
I've thrown up like from drinking is because I'll be drinking something and then I'll mix in like Jägermeister because someone will buy me Jäger bombs, and Jägermeister does not agree with my body.
Dude,
Every single time
is
I have it,
disgusting. Jaeger, I
love it.
can't do Jaeger.
I love it,
No,
but
why?
I
Why do you
can't.
love it though? Why?
It tastes so good.
No, it
And
doesn't.
you mix it with energy drinks.
No, it doesn't. Well,
It
like I
does.
can understand you like energy drink, but
Exactly.
Jaeger. Have you ever had Jaeger by itself?
Yes.
Did
And
you
I like
actually
it.
like it?
Yeah.
No, fuck. Oh my god, you're.
That's
It's
one of the
too late
reasons I
for you.
threw up, because I turned to Joe and said, "Joe, watch this," and started necking the bottle, and then he was like, "Stop." I was already way too gone by that point, and that just ended my night. But I'm a big show off when it comes to stuff like that. It's dead funny.
It's actually the worst when you're like, you feel great, you're on your mojo, right? And you're just like, you know what? I can go for one more drink. And everyone else is just like,
And that,
how about
yeah.
you like wait an hour? And then you're just like, nah, I want it right now.
it's
And
time.
then your night is ruined.
Well, because that's
Your
the
night
one
is
drink
gone.
that tips you over the edge of feeling good into feeling miserable. Like I've noticed that way too many times, but half the time is because I'm bad for trying to be a show off. Like my tolerance isn't fantastic to begin with because I don't drink that often. But when I do, I'm always like, oh, look at me, I can get this down easy. And then I'll drink way too much, way too quick. And then it won't hit me until like a bit later. And then it all hits me at once. And I just hit a point of like, all right, yep, it's all coming out. Like,
Oh, dude,
I've been good the last year. I've been good because I've started to pace myself. I've even said like I've made too many nights of just feeling like garbage. I'm like, why am I doing that when I go purposely to enjoy the night? So
You see, the thing is though, right? Okay, so here's my battle plan whenever I go for drinks, right? You want to get fucked up, but you want to be fucked up by the end of the night, not at the start.
yeah.
Yeah, like that's just how it is, right? Like you've got the entire night to go until you get tipsy, and then get completely sober, and then start drinking again.
But and also like one of the reasons mine was so bad, it was because I got into a uni state of mind. With university, you don't want to buy drinks in a club because they are so expensive.
Well, you see the thing,
So-
so if you do like buy drinks in the club, it makes you pace yourself.
Yeah, but at the same time, us uni students had no money to buy drinks in the club.
yeah.
So what we'd do is buy like a crate or like a bottle pre-game, like maniacs, an hour before, so that by the time you get there, it all hits. It doesn't work, but it also kind of does.
Dude, the worst case scenario. That's why I like try my best not to go for too many pre-drinks. Like St. Patrick's Day, like is a different thing. Like St. Patrick's Day, I'm gonna feel terrible. That's on Sunday, by the way, just so everybody knows. Like I don't know when this podcast is gonna come out. It's probably gonna come out afterwards. But
I'm gonna try and get up tonight if I can. But
the main thing, right? Like pre-drinks for me are always one of those things where I'm just like, if I can avoid pre-drinks, I would like to avoid pre-drinks because
yeah,
like I've got like I'm a thin boy, I'm a thin lanky boy, dude. Like there's just not a lot in there to soak it up. Like
Yeah.
I get that's why I like drinking cocktails and the expensive drinks because like they do it for me and I don't really have to think about it too much.
and you're just sipping a tasty pina colada, you know,
Oh,
having, getting
A
caught in the
Moscow
rain.
Mule,
You know what I
mwah.
mean? You're getting caught in the rain, having a good day. Well,
Do you feel like pina colada?
getting caught in the rain.
rain.
But I like my tolerance is weird. My tolerance changes its mind every single time I drink. I know we were meant to be talking about traveling, but we've gone on this whole
We
tangent.
talked about
We'll
alcohol,
go back
dude. This
to
is
it,
a
but
problem.
I'm having a good
Alcoholics,
time with
yeah.
this.
Yeah,
But,
keep going.
basically, my tolerance to alcohol changes. Some nights I can be the biggest lightweight anyone has ever seen. I could have like one drink and be like, "Whoa, I need to calm down."
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
But then other days, me and my mate actually did this once. We had a drinking competition
Oh my fucking god.
because we went to this pub quiz, and it was shit.
Yeah.
And we were like, "How can we make this night?" And he was like, "We've always wondered who's the better drinker, who's like the heaviest weight. Let's go." And we were there all night, just drinking constant, and we were just like, it was always like we choose, like I'd choose a drink, he'd choose a drink, I'd choose a drink, and we just keep swapping. And
Oh my
it got to a
God.
point where we were so like, right, okay, let's just go heavy, and we started getting doubles and just going. And it was like, what do you want to try now? Because we need something to actually get us drunk. And he was like, oh, let's go for what was it he got in the end?
Oh, just before you go on, by the way, because I know where this story is going to go. Hey, everybody, just so you guys know, please drink responsibly. Please drink responsibly. Always make sure that you are safe. Always make sure that you're safe right now. These stories are being told, so they're warnings for you in the future. Be safe. Be cool. Be drunk. But be
the story
cool.
isn't that bad, but it's fine.
Okay, go ahead.
Basically, we were just drinking loads. And then we had, what was it now? I can't, it's not whiskey. It's something else. Something like whiskey.
Does it have that burning sensation?
Yeah, it begins with an S, I think.
Sake?
No.
No?
No. It's like what you get in a pub. Fuck.
S. It begins with an S.
I think. Whiskey. It's like whiskey, but not whiskey.
Dude, are you thinking about Jaeger again? Because Jaeger makes me
No,
fucking...
I know what Jaeger is.
I know,
Jaeger's
but
cough syrup. It was developed as cough syrup. That's why it tastes like garbage, but I like it. This is going to annoy me.
Yeah, right.
It's like a liquor along the lines of whiskey.
Alcohol like whiskey.
There's whiskey. Rum?
Gin?
Was it rum? It might have been rum.
Alright, so it's just gave me brandy, gin, rum, tequila, vodka, and whiskey.
Yeah, I think it was rum. I don't know where the S came from.
It's rum. Dude.
What's Southern Comfort? What's Southern Comfort?
Southern Comfort?
Is that a rum?
Southern Comfort. Okay, alright.
I'm not much of a drinker.
Okay, Southern Comfort is an American whiskey-based liquor flavored with fruit and spice. It's a whiskey. It's whiskey-based, but...
I think it's classed as a rum, but I think it was Southern Comfort, and we had that.
Oh, is
as
it a
shot?
bourbon? A bourbon?
Bourbon. No, it wasn't bourbon.
Okay.
It wasn't bourbon. No.
All right.
I think it was Southern Comfort, but we were doing like double shots of that.
Oh,
on
for fuck's
repeat.
sake.
We got to a point where it was like, we just want to get drunk because we were drinking all night and weren't even tipsy because we were going that hard. And then we hit a point where it was just like, right, let's go even further. And we started doing double shots of Southern Comfort and then whiskey. And it got to the end of the night and we were just like, we're not drunk.
Yeah.
What's going on? And I think it was just because we were both in this competitive mindset. We managed to like psych out alcohol and
you
not get drunk.
Why? Dude, because you drank the same thing. Right? Like, here's the thing, like, you didn't mix.
That's why, did you not hear the story?
I did, yeah, but like you
Yeah,
said,
we
you
were
just...
swapping out drinks from the beginning, and then we got sick of it and got to the point where it's like, right, let's go even harder and go for whiskey and then rum.
Right. Okay,
That's what I'm saying.
apologies.
Like, my drink at the beginning was vodka Red Bull, a double vodka Red Bull, and then he'd get like a vodka Coke, and then I'd get like, I don't know, something else.
Did you
I
get
can't
like
remember.
hangovers? Like, did you get hangovers from that night?
No,
What the fuck is wrong with you?
that's what I mean. But
Did you
then
eat a
other
lot
nights,
beforehand?
We might have. Like, I think that might have been the main thing. Because
You eat
one
a
time,
hefty meal, like it's harder to get drunk.
there's another thing. If you're planning to drink, make sure you eat. Make sure you have something in your stomach. Because here's a story I had with my 21st birthday.
Oh no!
I don't want to tell it, but I'll do it for the
Are
safety.
you sure? Like,
The safety.
like it could be content, but at the same time, right? Are you
That's
sure?
good. Nothing like bad happens, but it would have been if I didn't have my friends with me, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So basically, my 21st birthday, I was in university, and I woke up late and needed food because I was about to head up to my mate's university, which was like a train journey away. So I just made like I think I had an egg sandwich, like a fried egg sandwich, and then that was it. That's all I ate was one sandwich.
Oh no.
And then I travelled up to my friend's place where there was a group of us, and we were playing Ring of Fire. You ever played Ring of Fire?
I have indeed played Ring of Fire. Ring of Fire is
basically
the fucking worst. Dude, I hate it so
if people
much.
don't know what Ring of Fire is, it's you put a glass in the middle of a table, and then you deal out a deck of cards around the glass, and then everyone takes turns picking a card, and each card is a certain rule or like a game you've got to do. And basically, there's this: if you draw a king, that means everyone has to pour, like whoever's drawn that king has to pour some of their
Oh,
drink into
really?
the middle glass.
You use
Yeah.
king. We use Joker for that one.
It might be Joker.
Like you see,
I
like
don't know.
king,
I don't
king
know the
is
rules.
king is girls for us, and then queen
No,
is guys.
that's 6 is girls because that's 6 is chicks. I think no.
Dude, I have like no idea. We play it differently over here. It's kind of like, to be honest, I think everybody's got their own home rules. But you tell me your rules.
I can't remember. Well, anyway, one of them is you have to pour your drink into the glass. So we got to a point where I poured my gin in because I was jamming gin and tonic. So I poured my gin and tonic in, and then someone bought Desperate. What is it called now?
Desperado?
Disaronno.
Disaronno. Oh, Disaronno.
Disaronno. Yeah. So it was awful. Like that, just smelling that makes me sick now. So Disaronno, and then there was something fruity in it. I think it was like Bulmers or something along those lines. It was like a cider.
Oh, is it like a fruity
ciders-
cider? Like
Yeah.
was it like the strawberry cider or something?
It was something along those lines. I think it was like a mixed fruit one. But it was no dark fruits. And
Yeah.
I am partial to a good dark fruit.
You love a little bit of dark
I
fruit.
adore dark fruits because it's just like drinking a can of Coke, and it's so tasty and it just goes down so easy. And it
Dude, that's why
doesn't.
I'm always afraid of those like alcohols that just go down. So that's why I kind of drink vodka, like just
But
kind of
it's-
straight all the
like,
time because like I
dark fruits.
I
Oh,
know.
sorry.
Sorry, it just that's why I drink vodka and like the hard stuff because it's
Yeah.
just kind of like I know that this tastes bad and I can't like down it. You know, like that's why I drink them because like it's a forced pacing. You know.
That's the thing though. It's like with dark fruits, it doesn't get you hammered straight away because it's really weak. It's like what 4% or something. So you can just keep drinking it, and you'll only feel effects later on. And with me, I always need a drink. Always. Even now, like when I'm not drinking, I'm always got a big bottle of water or a big bottle of Lucozade. Like, I always need to be drinking.
I understand.
I'm really
that.
bad
yeah,
for it.
Yeah.
So when I'm
Yeah.
drinking like alcohol, I always want to drink, but I can't be going like, oh yeah, let me just constantly keep drinking double vodka things, if you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah, please,
would just
please, no
kill
more
me.
shots, please.
Exactly. So I go for dark fruits because it's easy to go down, it tastes nice, and it doesn't get you hammered.
Dude, you just
But-
want a screwdriver, dude. Fucking vodka orange juice, dude.
Vodka orange. That
Mwah.
smells so good. I've never had one.
It's really good. It's like
Actually,
it's
yes, I
really
have.
good. Yeah.
I have in a very bad state. It wasn't that bad. It was just
Okay.
a case of like someone handed me it, and I was like, I don't even know what it is you eat, which is very bad. Don't do it.
Yeah,
anyway.
don't be eating your vodka and soda.
Anyway.
The vodka and orange juice. Sorry,
What
go
was I
ahead.
saying? What was I saying? Right. So we were playing Ring of Fire, and it goes around. We got all these 4 drinks in. My gin, Disaronno, cider, and then I think just my mate put strawberry vodka in, and it was disgusting.
Well, that's the thing. I will tell you about strawberry vodka, dude. Just to have plain vodka, like any flavored vodka is.
I just hate vodka. Full stop. It's the worst drink in the world, in my opinion.
Dude, now listen.
It's
Now
awful.
listen. I can get down with you on that one, right? I can get down with you that vodka's the worst drink in the world, but you have to admit, like, you can mix it with stuff and it can become the best. It can become the
No,
best as
I
long as
still
you
taste
mix.
vodka for it.
Dude, I'll have to. Okay, I'm gonna get you a Moscow Mule, and then we'll see what happens.
Okay, we'll see. Anyway, so me with just a single tiny little egg sandwich that was digested like 5 hours ago, I'm now chugging this pint glass full of this awful mixture, while beforehand had finished half a liter of gin. So I'm pretty.
You're
Pretty lit, to say the
randy at this
least.
fucking time, like
To say
right
the
now.
least, so a storm is a brewing. I'm not fully gone yet. It's gonna. So and then we go to this club called Warehouse, which is fantastic.
Mhm.
It plays like emo rock and stuff. It was great. And we get in. We're all just chatting away, you know. And then it was like, let's get drinks. So I went up. My mate went up to the bar and then appeared with Jaeger bombs each.
Mhm.
And that is the last thing I remember. That is
Oh,
the
it's
last.
so like it's so
I
scary
actually
when
no,
you black out.
no.
It's so scary. It's the
I blacked
scariest
out
thing on the
there.
thing.
Then I also have this vague memory of me on the dance floor singing along to oh, it was so it was a bad time. It was a bad time. Because we were on the emo floor and it was what the fuck is this song? What the hell is this song? Hang on. You'll know it. Let me quickly find out. I've got it on a playlist somewhere.
Just shoot some lyrics. Shoot some
That's
lyrics.
what I'm
to me.
trying to. I can't get the rhythm in my head.
Right,
Let me just find it.
Dude,
It's in
just
here.
first word.
Hang on. It's such a pretty, 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 pretty face. Will you turn into a pretty big waste of my time? Don't wanna say your precious time.
Oh, fuck, what's that
Such
one?
pretty, pretty face. It's If You Can't Hang by Sleeping with Sirens.
I fucking knew it, dude. Holy
I
shit.
hate Sleeping with Sirens. I hate them.
Dude, it's weird.
Well, I don't hate them,
like
but I don't
I
like
their
them.
voices, but I don't like their songs.
I don't like them, but that one song I knew from Osu because it was a really fun map, and the song itself's pretty damn catchy. So I don't really like the band, but that one song is like my exception.
It's
But
weird,
so
like
the only memory I have is getting the Jaeger bombs. Then there's not, and then it's Hazy, and then it's me with like a bunch of people on the dance floor that I didn't even know. My mate's sort of somewhere in the dance floor, just all like, it's a pretty, 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 pretty face, and then it's black again. And then I come back, I'm on a curb outside, like, what the fuck is going on?
Have
And
you
then I
been-
black out.
You've been
and then I
thrown out
wake
of a
up.
place before.
I wake up in my mate's. So I don't know if I got kicked out or if I wandered out, but apparently
you-
I got kicked out.
Apparently, you got kicked out.
I got filled in. I woke up to my mate holding a cup of tea in the doorway, and he was like, "You all right?" And I was like, "No,
You alright?
no, I'm not all right."
Dude, that's when you know you've got a great friend when he's holding a cup
Oh,
of
yeah,
tea
he
and he's
saved
just like,
me.
"You're right, buddy."
He saved me.
Yeah.
Basically, I was super hammered and was dancing about, wandering about, and then one of the bouncers came up to me and was like, "Right, mate, you have to leave."
Yeah.
So I left, and then all my mates were like, "Where the fuck is he?" Because I was just gone on my own. The bouncer just kicked me out on my own in that state. I was like, "What a dick."
That's rough, dude. That's actually
Yeah.
really dangerous.
That's what I mean. I was lucky that my mates came looking for me. Like, where the fuck is he? They found me outside on the curb, just having a breather, like fucking head in hands, like I'm gonna die. So my mate Andy got in a taxi with me, and then I proceeded to throw up all over the taxi.
Dude,
I felt so bad
Do you have
because
that like thing where you, like with the whole taxi, right? So if you throw up in the taxi in Ireland, you get fined.
yep.
Yeah. How much is it?
No, the taxi driver gave my mate an ultimatum.
Whoa.
It was, you clean it up or you pay the fine.
oh. All right, well,
And I think it was
that's
like
not too
50
bad.
quid fine.
That's too bad. You have to clean it up and pay the fine, like over
really?
here.
No.
Yeah.
I think the guy didn't care. He was just like, yeah, you've got to pay or clean it up. And my mate
it's
cleaned it up, and I felt so sorry for him.
Oh, dude, that's always the worst case scenario.
Oh yeah,
dude.
apparently he took me to a takeaway to try and get food into me, but I wasn't having any of it, and I was just passed out on a table in a takeaway, and everyone was like, "What the fuck's he doing?"
What was he doing?
I don't remember any of it. It's mad. So
Dude,
here's
dude,
our words to you.
Those are always the scariest stories where you sit there and like people like have to fill you in on what happened, and you're just like, I don't believe you, and then they show you a video, and you're just like, no.
It's like I didn't get any videos, but I fully believe it because what else would have happened?
Yeah, right.
There was nothing really crazy that happened. It was just a case of, right, we tried to get you to a takeaway to eat, you didn't, so we got you in a taxi to kill.
Yeah, so we
like,
took
what's
you
not
home.
believable about it, if you know what I mean? Like, so.
Yeah, like no
But
doubt.
my God, it was. So here is Scottscy's drinking tips. Eat some fucking food, and that's it.
Eat some fucking food. Drink it like at the age of your country, at the age of your country, right? The legal
Yeah.
drinking age of your country, and also drink responsibly.
Yeah,
because
so
there's
don't go beyond your own limits.
Yes.
Like, know what point you can get up to and make sure you get to that point. If you go any further, drink water and go to bed.
If your homies all just like, my dude, we having a drinking competition right now, and you know you can't beat him, just lose after 2 pints of vodka. That's fine.
Yeah, join in for a bit and then be like, okay, you win.
2 pints, 2 cups.
Two
just lose. Just
pints
lose.
of vodka.
Yeah,
Get it
just-
down you.
No, just lose. Just lose. Like it's
So, I mean,
it's
know
better
your own
off that way.
tolerance. Know what you can take and what you'd like to do. Don't go too far. Don't give in to peer pressure. Don't give in to your mate going like, oh, drink it would be funny. Like, just be
Dude,
like,
you
fuck
know,
that, I
it's
don't want to
actually
die.
like it's actually the worst to give these type of stories when like we actually just talk about, yeah, mate, and then we were fucking down in the vodka.
Well, I was a uni student. Like,
Oh, yeah, well, like,
it
that's
was
what you
sort
do,
of
I guess.
It's like sort of like I'd never done anything like that, so I was just like, fuck it, let's do some stuff. And now I've hit a point where I'm like, yeah, I don't want to do it anymore. Like,
Well, you see, now
I
you're
get
at the
sick of
point
it.
where you want to drink. Like drinking
I
can
just
be
wanna
fun,
enjoy it.
right? Yeah, drinking can be fun, but like you have to drink responsibly. You have to drink cool, you know. And like, but the thing is though, which I always say, you always have to make a mistake before you're just like, whoa, my dude, that's really bad. Let's never do that ever again, right?
Yeah.
That's the way that I've always think. Because I got
Definitely.
I got my head like knocked into me from a drinking night, like one of those nights where I was like passed out like on the floor, and dude, just some random guy took me home.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, dude, like fucking, I was very, very lucky, dude, but I never did that again. Never did that again, right? And fucking, I don't remember anything of that night. I will never remember anything of that night, dude. All I remember is being really snuggly bugly in my bed. And vomit all over me.
Being nice and snuggly, covered in vomit.
Yeah. Dude, sometimes you don't even realize it's there.
It happened to me once when I was hammered, but I wasn't like blackout or uncontrolled, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
There was just this really, really upsetting time at one of my mates' New Year's where I was ill, but I didn't know it yet. It was like right before it hit me.
Oh,
No,
dude,
like,
I fucking hate that when it doesn't,
being
when
ill.
the illness doesn't break, but you're like almost there.
So when I started drinking, it triggered it all. So immediately, like, I felt awful. I started feeling sick. So I was outside having a breather and I started throwing up on my mate's driveway. And I was like, oh, fuck's sake, not again. And then I slip on it and fall onto the floor. And I'm just like, oh, this is the worst. Can no one walk out? And then the girl I liked at the time walked out. And I was just like, this is the worst thing that could ever happen.
Dude, it's really weird though. Like I don't know if your friends were like that, but like whenever I went overboard or anything like that, everyone was just like, it's okay, buddy, just get it all out kind of thing. Everyone was really supportive of me.
I had some friends who were like that, and some friends who'd come out and be like, wait. Like, they weren't massive dicks, they were just like, they enjoyed it and then would help out, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, like they want to have fun first before like,
wait, get up, you fucking idiot.
Fucking look at him. There's actually,
it's like,
sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I was just thinking, like, because there's been a lot of nights, like, where you think to yourself, like, oh, everyone's gonna think I'm an idiot. Like, the next morning you think, like, oh, everyone's gonna hate me. Oh, I looked like an absolute idiot. Just
Nobody
remember,
cares.
they were drunk as well.
Dude, but like, here's the thing. They were also in that point and position at that one point in time, right?
Yeah.
They were also in that position. And then you sit there and you're just like, okay, like, oh, dude, I'm so embarrassed. And then people are just like, dude, like, it was really funny, but like, dude, we'll forget it in a week.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You always have those, like, thoughts of, like, oh, everyone's gonna think I'm an idiot. Everyone's gonna, like, rip into me. And then, like, the next day they're like, hey, how you doing? It's like, oh, I'm doing all right. So, cool.
Right, mate.
You're gonna say, like, you're like, what? You're not gonna say
like,
anything?
After a while, you're just like, oh, just fucking say something to me, dude. Just tell me what happened, you know? Like, you get curious about it.
It's just like, it's a night out. People are gonna be sick. People are gonna sort of have some bad moments. Jesus Christ, the hiccups, why? Help.
Dude, it's actually mad. I've got to tell you a little story. So, as a lot of people know, like we were told this is the travel episode, right? But it turned into the alcohol episode.
Don't worry. How long are we in here? Hang on.
We're 50 minutes in. We got 10 minutes more, right? So last year, I went to meet with I was kind of really stressed out. Like, it was the start of like when my streaming thing started really taking off. I started meeting some really, really awesome people, and one of my old friends was just like, why don't you come to Belgium? Come to Belgium, like, we'll hang out, we'll be cool. Like, I really want you to come. I want you to see my new house. And of course, at the time, I was just like, I really want to go see like one of my best friends ever's fucking new house, right?
Oh,
like,
yeah, that would be like the ultimate, like, I need to go now.
Yeah, exactly. So I was just
I'm
like,
super
you know what?
nosy when things come like that. Like,
Dude, right? Dude, like, they've got a new house and a new car and everything. Dude, this is my boy Miguel. Miguel, you know who you are, dude. Mr. Rico Rodriguez, dude. He's an absolute babe. He's an absolute babe, dude. I would give him the good old head pats. So
he's a bot of the channel.
Dude, he.
We need to think of a better name for it, but you know.
But anyway, me and Miguel and Galina, which is both of my children, as everybody will know. They're not my children, they're older than me, but they are my children. That's just how it is. They let me stay in their house.
You're the spiritual mama hen.
I'm a spiritual mama head. They let me stay at their house, like at a really, really stressful time in my life, like just getting shit down. I had like an absolute blast. But one thing that we did together is that we all went to Amsterdam. So we all went to Amsterdam and we met up with our boy Matt Jax, who was on the podcast earlier episodes.
A few episodes ago.
Exactly.
I think it was episode 9.
I think it was episode 9, wasn't it? And me, Matt, me, I have to remember this. So me, Matt Jax, Miguel, and Galena, and one other fella who was super duper nice, dude. Fucking wherever he is, love you, mwah. Dude. Like we all kind of just went drinking all around Amsterdam and things like that, and having a great time. But we all decided, hey, we're in Amsterdam, we have to go to the red light district.
Oh God. And also, it was episode 11, just to clarify. But go on. Episode 11, we had Matt Jax on.
Episode 11, but dude, we were just like, okay. So me, Matt Jax, and Miguel and Galena, we were all pretty hammered at that point in time. We were all pretty hammered at that time.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
Going down the red light district, right? And we were just like, wow, look at all those titties.
Hell yeah. Okay.
But after a while, we were just like, okay, we were going down many different ways. Everyone was just like, oh, dude, like making jokes, stuff like that. And then like we went down one road, and there was just like, we were just like, hey, Blair, dude, this is where you're supposed to be. We were in the trans place.
Oh, the
of
blue light district?
No,
I think it is.
There's the red light district, and there's the red light district, and the trans people share the same district. The blue light district's the gay area.
It's if they have a. Oh right.
Yeah.
Isn't that like a specific light to signify trans though?
Well, I don't know.
Sure.
This woman had a very big package. So like I don't know how to feel about that, right?
I'm listening.
We were all like getting ready to like we were all like pretty drunk and stuff like that. Galena was pretty off at that point in time. She was like super drunk. And same thing with me, right? And we got to like a bridge. We got to like a bridge where we see the big red light district behind us. There's a load of titties to the left of us, to the right of us. And Galena went out of nowhere and said, let's take a picture, like right here. And in my head, I was just like, that sounds like a great idea. Then Matt Jackson and Miguel were just like, no. And I was just like, guys, come on, we've got to take a picture right in front of the red light district. So there's a bunch of people looking at us taking this picture, right? I do actually have that picture as well, actually, where like Matt Jackson looks really uncomfortable. And I'm like, in my head, I'm trying my best just to like keep my cool, but I really want to laugh. Dude. I've wanted to like lose my fucking shit during this. So I'm looking for the picture right now. But we
God, you're enjoying this.
we like here's the thing, right? Like Galena was the best at this point in time, so we were just like, oh, you know, let's Magic's just like, I don't really want to take a picture. I was like, oh, dude, you know, we'll get it over with, you know, we'll take a quick picture and we'll go, right? We'll go. And I was looking at Galena. Me and Galena was so drunk that we were just like, this is the best thing ever. Of course, I was dying laughing, and I was just like, I hope she takes a really long time to take the picture. And she took forever. And it was the best thing on the planet. It was the best thing on the planet. I'm trying to show you like a picture of Matt Jax being very uncomfortable. Miguel, like, oh, dude, it was great. After that, we went to a bunch of clubs. Matt Jax got hit on by a bunch of dudes. It was great. We had a great time. Me and Matt Jax, we had a great chat that night. We really got to know each other because we didn't like know each other beforehand. Well, we did know each other from VR chat, right? But I'd say it's like,
yeah, but that doesn't really count. Yeah.
True. Well, like the things that like I'd say like we have 3 months of friendship, right? And then we like had a really, really good chat in Amsterdam, and it was great. It was really like it was a really relaxing experience. Like, I don't know, man. I had a great time. As you can see right here, dude, this is us.
God.
Who knows if you're gonna put these pictures in the video? But dude, just pretend right now that you can see these videos, chat. These pictures, chat. This is me and Matt Jazz drinking from the same cup. This is me and Matt Jazz drinking from the same cup. As you can clearly see, an indirect kiss. As you can see, Matt Jax is confirmed gay. He's confirmed the gay. He has the gay. No matter what he tells you, this is the picture, by the way, in front of the red light district.
Mate, I feel like when we go Berlin, we're gonna pull some of the gayest pictures in the world. Let's see. Okay. He does not look comfortable at all. Oh my days. You look like you're having the time of your life. Meanwhile, he's just sort of... Oh, what a poor soul.
As you can clearly see, when you go fucking drinking with me, I have no shame and will specifically put you under immense stress.
Boy, don't worry. We're gonna be a bad team.
It's gonna be absolutely
we're
great.
gonna be a bad team. It's gonna be
so
chaos.
fucking fun, dude.
Dude,
We've
so
got
if
a
anybody
tease,
knows,
Matt. We do.
if anybody doesn't know, me and Blair are teaming up with a couple of buddies, Matt Jackson and Shy Froggy, to rock Berlin for TwitchCon 2019.
Indeed.
Next month.
Next month, in 2 weeks' time, right?
Oh,
Or 3?
no, I think it's like a month.
Really?
Yes. Well, a month tomorrow we'd be coming back.
Yeah, a month tomorrow we'd be coming back. That's exactly it.
Yeah, because we're going on the so it's 1, 2, 3. Exactly 4 weeks today. We go,
Dude.
I
I am so excited. Guys,
The
if any
hype.
of you guys are ever at TwitchCon or anything like that, please join one of our Discords. Send us a private PM if you want to come meet up with us. Like, we would be
Yeah, we're
more
gonna
than
be-
willing. This is our first time in Berlin, so we're always looking for the proper places to party and to, like, go out for drinks and have a good time. We're gonna go super exploring and things like that, but it's always
That's the
good
thing
to
I'm
have
most
that type of stuff.
excited about. Like I'm excited for TwitchCon. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. You know,
It is.
just wondering about TwitchCon. But I'm more excited to just fucking explore Berlin and just do stuff. Like TwitchCon to begin with was just sort of an excuse to go to Germany, but now I'm more
Exactly.
like, shit, I just want to go to Germany and
Yeah,
just patrol. If you know what I mean?
it's
Like
gonna,
have a good
be
time.
so good. It's gonna be so
Super
exciting.
hyped. Yeah.
I've only been to
We might-
Berlin once before, and at that time I went to party, but I didn't party in the right places. Well, you see, if you party with like on your own, it's a little bit difficult to meet people and things like that, especially with the language barrier, right?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
But now I'm going with a bunch of boys, a bunch of girls. We're
And-
gonna have a great
and
time.
another thing that's cool is we're going to TwitchCon.
Exactly.
Like, there's going to be a bunch of multi-linguistical, don't know what the word is, multi-language, like, loads of people speaking loads of different languages, so we're going to probably meet a lot of English speakers that we can hang with and actually, like, just chill with and maybe meet some fellow streamers, and there's a chance we might be hanging out with some streamers and partying, but I won't go into too much detail because we don't know if it's, like, fully confirmed or not yet, so...
Yeah. Well, like, if any
hope
streamers
we do.
out there
Cool.
want to come party with us, you know where to come.
Hey, PewDiePie, you come in
PewDiePie,
TwitchCon.
come and party with us in Berlin.
I'll sub to you.
Dude,
I think I actually did resub to PewDiePie after the whole T-Series thing.
Dude, we can do this, dude. We can beat the test series.
We need PewDiePie on the podcast to defend himself.
PewDiePie, will you come on the podcast, please? We kind of need like the publicity.
Yeah, you're not that big, but you know you'd help.
Yeah.
Just a bit.
Like here's the thing. I know we're like relatively the same size, like in terms of like fame and stuff like that. But like to be honest with you, I think we can 50-50 help each other out.
People just don't want to put us on that, like the live streams where it's PewDiePie versus T-Series.
It's PewDiePie
Because-
versus T-Series versus the Boicast,
Versus boys
dude.
on the internet.
Like-
Boys on the internet. We're up there, but they just decide to not put us on because, like, they want to make it this meme of PewDiePie versus T-Series when in reality, we're versus
Yeah,
T-Series
we've
as well.
been versus,
and
yeah.
we're versus PewDiePie.
We've been versus them since like the beginning, dude. Like they don't even know. Like we've been in production for the past like month.
15 years.
Yeah, for the past 15 years, dude. And you know, dude, we're ready and ready to rock. Oh my god, dude! Can you?
Oh my god, we've been doing this podcast for nearly 4 months.
Really?
That's insane.
That's actually really scary.
Because for a 12,
Mm,
16. We're on episode 15. That's
we
15
are,
weeks.
yeah.
16 is 4 months.
Holy shit!
That's
really?
crazy.
That's
Yeah,
actually
'cause it's
mad.
4 weeks in a month, and it's 15 episodes.
It's actually
That's
like
crazy.
I've got to
That's
say I've really
crazy.
enjoyed doing this podcast. Just
the
having
podcast is
something
great.
that is like a productive means to like, as a lot of people know, and I'm sure a lot of people are like aware right now. I'm kind of like a workaholic and a little bit of a
Yeah, you are.
overworker with a lot of these things. So I tend to get like pretty stressed out when I'm not like working. This doesn't feel like work, but
I was
it
gonna
is
say,
a
like,
job.
the podcast,
Like, you know?
the podcast gives you like that time to still get some work, but not feel like you're actually working. It's
Exactly, right?
just chill, just a chill time to chat with your bro. You know what I mean?
It's a chill time to chat with your bro and just hang
'Cause-
out, you know? Oh,
But-
dude, it feels good, dude.
Should we finish off with one
One more
more
story.
travel story?
One more
so
travel
that
story.
We can actually wrap up the travel arc of this episode.
Oh shit, dude! I
'Cause
didn't even
I-
get into like
That's
any
what I'm
of the
saying.
other places.
I didn't even get into any of mine.
yeah,
I've left the country. I've left the UK, guys, but we didn't really get into it.
dude, he's been on
There's
a whale, guys. I mean, come on.
I was on a whale camping, jumping down sand dunes. Like, I've lived a crazy life.
Dude, fucking Red Bull,
I've-
hire him, please.
I've actually done some exploring, but we might have to save that for another episode because we've rambled on for about 40 minutes about alcohol.
Yeah.
And
You know, what, let's
Yeah.
do one more quick
do one
story.
more.
One more quick
do you
story.
want to do one each, or are we gonna?
Let's do one each,
Because
right?
I went into quite a lot of detail with my camping trip, but you haven't had a chance to go into
You know,
detail about one of your trips.
one of
You
my
told us about Red
trips-
Light
so-
District, but
I was talking about the red
You know.
light district, right? Like, just that was the kind of end of the Amsterdam story. We had a great time. It was a great party. But I'll tell you, like in a lot of different ways. I've lived in a lot of different countries and lived in there
Yeah.
for like very long time. But there
you
was
told me
one
you lived
country.
in the UK for a bit and stuff, didn't you?
I did.
You've been
I
all
lived-
over the place.
I lived in the UK. I lived in Israel. I lived in Egypt. I lived in Ireland, which I've spent a majority of my life. But I also lived in Bulgaria. I lived in Bulgaria
Oh.
for 6 months, and in Bulgaria, it's a scary place. Like generally, like Bulgaria is like a really cool place to go, but generally everything is run by the mafia. And like
Really?
if you have a problem, you go to the mafia. You don't go to the police, right? My father worked for a telecommunications company. So he brought me over and I was learning Bulgarian and stuff like that. I could not learn Bulgarian. It's an impossible language. But anyway, I was there. And then outside of our house, we always had like 4 mafia members just like protecting our house.
Really?
Yeah, like it was like, now listen, they're probably not mafia members. They're probably just private security. But like, you know, like everywhere else was run by the mafia, so I wouldn't be surprised. Like we're not criminals or anything like that. We're just not, right? We just work for a telecommunications company. But like, if you want to be protected, you don't go to the police because they'll extort you. Like you go up there and just like, I've got a problem. They're just like, all right, pay us to fix it. And it's just like, my dude, that guy stole my wallet. It's just like, well, fucking sucks to be you, I guess. Right? Like
Jesus.
that's just how it was over there. I don't know how it was now, but I was around like 15, 16 at the time. But over in Bulgaria, it's like living there was such a weird situation because like you'd think that the mafia is like super mean,
Yeah.
but they're very nice and chill, and it's kind of nice to hang out with. You know what I mean? Like there was this one restaurant we went to, like it was run by the mafia, you know, and like every now and then the police would come up and be just like, hey, do you want to like try and like mess with tourists and things, and then the mafia would just be like, what are they and then the police would like make a run. Like it wasn't like anything like that. Like the mafia would just have to, and then like they would already be off running. But there was this one restaurant where we used to go to all the time because the lady in there was very nice to me. Who were just like, you had to pay for toilets, right? This is how we knew this lady. I didn't realize you had to pay for the toilets in Bulgaria. It's like, oh, you know, like I was just like, I'm just gonna walk in and take a pee. But then
That's just
I
what
came,
you do here. Like, yeah, that's just what we do.
yeah, like, and then I came out, sat back on my table, and then like big mafia boys came over, and I was just like, what have I done? What have I done? And my dad was just like, you paid for the toilet, right? And I was like, no. No. And they came over and they were just like, I. What did I? Like it's pretty much like that situation, but like they were really cool about it. They were just like, okay, you'll have to pay for the toilets. And I was just like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know that. Like I used the little Bulgarian that I knew at the time. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know that. And then I was just like, I got out my wallet. And then they were just like, shh, it is okay. It is okay, young one. It's fine. You pee for free.
What the hell?
What the fuck? What the fuck is going on here? So then, like, we just
This
constantly
is so
kept
weird.
going there, and they were just, and then the mafia was like, "Hey, it's the pee for free guy. You can pee in my toilet anytime." So it just became like a weird situation like that. The food there was terrible, but like, just I don't know. Like there was in certain places in Bulgaria where like you would walk down the wrong alley and you would get like absolutely ravaged and murdered by a pack of wild dogs or the police. Like
What
one
the
of the
fuck?
two. You can choose which is worse. Like definitely the police is worse. But like you go down the mafia streets and they're clean and like everyone's respectable and everyone does their thing. Like, and if you behave right, if you do something wrong, right, you'd expect like, hey tough guy, what you doing here? This is my turf. No, it wasn't like that. It's just like, hey, you can't do that. You can't do that. I understand. Like might be different in your country, but like please relax. And it's like you're just so respected. And it's like
so weird. The fact that like it flips your head on your idea of mafia. Because when you think mafia, you think of like watching like on The Simpsons. You've got like
hey,
Tony, Fat
like,
Tony, and it's like you step out of line, I'd cut off your finger, like that type of shit.
Yeah, yeah, you do.
That just flips the head. Like the police or the hey, you step out of line, I'm gonna fucking take your finger. Whereas the mafia are like, no worries,
dude, like
just
the police,
remember.
like there was plenty of times, right? If the police kind of like saw you walking on your own, and they could like bully you into doing something, they would get out their batons and be those like, hello, dude, I seen you've been doing some naughty things, and you're just like, no, I haven't. Like, and of course, like if you're a foreigner, you're in trouble.
You're just a
in
prime
trouble,
suspect.
right?
Like
That's
you're a
why
victim.
we always went down that street, because like when I was in like living in Bulgaria, like a lot of the police were very like bad people, and
Corrupt.
like I've had times where I've had to give like me and my dad have had to give them money to go away, right? Like to be this like, oh, we're gonna write up a speeding ticket, but we don't have a car. Well, I guess you stole a car. Like it's just like, well, what the fuck? Like what's going on here?
Weird.
Right? Like it was like crazy. Like obviously they couldn't really do too much. Like you'd be able to. Foreigners have like a lot of power in these type of countries, but like if you're not like. If you just kind of want to go home after a long day of Bulgaria school, you're just like, all right, here's fucking 25 quid. Get out of here. Like, but there's so many times where the mafia have seen this happening to us and they come running. It's like, hey, what are you doing?
Get out of here. Get out of here,
Like,
little shit. It's like chasing off a dog.
It's literally just like fucking, like, dude, the police would get out a baton and the mafia would just pull out a gun and be just like, huh? It's just like, oh god, this is really escalated right here. But like, they'd be just like, don't worry, we will protect you. Stay in our area, and you will be protected, like it kind of thing. And that's why after a while, like we started getting like mafia members outside our like apartment instead of like actual people. Because like they just instead of like police officers and things like that. Because like the telecommunications company realized, fuck, like you're gonna be protected by these guys,
Yeah.
It's so fucked up to like say these things, but it was. I always like to tell this story because it really shows, like, not everybody's a criminal. Like it really just depends on your way of looking. Like obviously they might have done some like bad situations, but the fact is that they protected us in a time where the law would not.
Yeah.
So I would
That's
rather be
crazy.
with the criminals here in this case than the law.
Well, it just sort of swaps your head on like what humanity is, doesn't it?
Mm-mm.
It's like, what is like society? Is it sticking to the rules and always following the law? Whereas over there, no, it's like the law is completely against being a normal civilized like citizen.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
It's so like it's so scary in like these things. That's why like my dad worked in Bulgaria for like 4 years. But he's just like, come over, you need a change of pace. I was like, okay, I'll do that, because that was when I like dropped out of high school. He's just like, let's try this. And I was just like, all right. Okay, and I tried. I really enjoyed Bulgaria school. I really, really did. Everyone was really nice, but like the language is just too difficult. And when you're learning a language which just isn't used, it's hard to justify learning it.
I was gonna say, I don't think I didn't even know Bulgaria had its own language.
Yeah.
Like that type of deal. Like you don't there's
think
a lot of
about these
languages
things at
out
all,
there
right?
that the world doesn't even know exist.
It's like so scary. But anyway, like that's the end of my story. Basically, just like, dude, don't judge a book by its cover, because like sometimes somebody is scribbled on the front of it. That's just like that's the way that I feel.
That story is nuts, man. That is crazy.
Dude, I have a couple more of those stories, but dude, we'll leave that to another podcast. Please tell me your story.
Have I got to give a story after that?
Mm.
Oh, mine are gonna suck.
They don't have to be like as dangerous as that.
Oh, that was just so cool, though. You lived the mafia life.
Well, no, we didn't live the mafia
Blairlex.
life. We were like really
You lived
like
the mafia life, Blair. Don't take this away from me.
Well, we didn't live the mafia life. We just like lived
Yeah.
around the mafia who protected us, dude.
You, Blairlex, amongst the mafia.
What's
I'd
going
watch
on,
that.
she? We gonna break down this building and steal all that money, she?
And you're there like, wait, my new anime is airing today.
Not today, boys. Cowboy Beboop is ready.
Beep boop. Cowboy beep boop. Beep boo boo bop boo boo bop. A story from me, a traveling story. Well, right. As I said, I've not done much traveling. We've done a few. I've been America 3 times.
Yeah.
3 times. I've been to Florida twice for the theme parks such as Disney World and Universal Studios and Tampa Bay and all that. But trying to think of like stories from there wasn't anything major. I think I've already told one. Did I tell you the story about me going to the Halloween theme parks?
You did not
In
tell
Florida.
me about the
Have I
story
not?
about the Halloween theme park, my dude.
Swear I would have. Anyway, right. I was going to talk about New York, but I'll go in order. So basically, I've been to Florida twice. The first time we went, I was really young, like too young to go on half of the rides. So I had to just sort of sit in the sidelines.
Those are
and
the worst times. Like,
watch.
holy shit.
But it was still fun because it was rides I could go on. It was good food. American food is... Oh, I love American food. Just because their laws are so different. They can put whatever the fucking want in food. And it probably has halved my lifespan, but I don't care. But anyway, basically, the second time we went to Florida, this was when I'd hit my growth spurt. I was a tall boy, and I could go... Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
Mid-sentence burps were just like, yep, we're coming. Here we go. It didn't give me a chance.
Time
Anyway.
to die.
So the second time we went to Florida, I was a tall boy. I was able to go on all the rides. And we went in October. And this was the 16th anniversary of Universal's Halloween Horror Nights.
Oh.
Where they would decorate the entire theme park as if it's a haunted house.
Ooh.
The entire theme park.
Ooh.
It was insane. Like, this was all in the span of like a few days and they'd get it done. I don't know how. They must have just had unbelievable amount of staffs because even the rides had Halloween themes. Like, basically, we went like a few days before and went on all the rides normally, and everything was fine. Everything was just like as if we went there in the middle of like summer or in like spring or something.
Yeah.
And then like a few days later, it was the Halloween night, so we were like, all right, let's go. we go, and holy shit, it was unbelievable. We did some of the rides again, and they were all Halloween themed. Like, they had a ride called Twister,
Yeah.
which is based off the film.
Oh yeah,
And,
yeah.
Like you're sort of on this like sort of miniature theater type of seats type of deal, and then in front of you it's all this like 3D, like there's wind everywhere, there's cows flying across, and
Oh my
all of
god.
this, and it looked so cool. But it was all that, and it was all Halloween themed. Like there was a projector in the background as if it was like a drive-in theater,
Yeah.
and it was showing Psycho, and all the tiles were changed to like now showing thingy, but normally it would just be some other random Universal film that they were promoting around that time.
Yeah, yeah.
But then there was the fun. This was the best part. Because it was all at night, it was pitch black around the theme park, and the only lights were like the ones that were on, but they had like fog in front of them, so everyone was really spooky, and the whole atmosphere was just dead spooky.
Oh.
And they had, like they do in haunted houses, they had actors walking around
Oh yes.
trying jump scaring you and stuff around the streets of like the theme park.
Mhm.
So you'd have these random ones, like just people like pretend to be scarecrows, and they'd look like legit scarecrows, and then they'd fucking jump at you, and you're like, Jesus,
Dude, I want like I actually like I actually really wanted to do that at one stage. Just be one of those people that run around.
Oh
and,
yeah,
like,
that'd be fucking nuts.
like I know I've heard that it's a very upsetting job to like be I've heard it's like not very like well kept job to be like one of those people in Disneyland running around in costume and stuff like that, but I'd love to do it.
Well, I mean, every Halloween you could just do it like in those like little yearly theme parks that come around. Like we've got one near me called Farmageddon, which comes around every year, and they just turn this farm into a massive haunted house.
That's awesome.
And like it's just a yearly thing. So if you did want to do that job, you just work there once a year, and then you
That
get
would
your
be
fix,
so
and you don't have to
fucking
do it.
good.
You don't have to do it all year round. But basically, so we're walking around Universal Studios for the Sweet 16th Halloween Horror Night.
Hell yeah.
All our family and all the boys are all together, and we're going around, and then we see this sort of like miniature parade. It wasn't like a hey, come to the parade type of deal. It was just, it happens randomly, like they just do it. And it was like this person walking, they had like a coffin that was see-through and loads of people carrying it. There was just some girl in it, pretending to be dead, just rats crawling all over her.
Oh my
Real
god.
rats. And it was like, wow, that's so cool. And then they're carrying it. And then behind them was this big group of like Chainsaw Massacre looking dudes.
Holy shit.
Just all walking in like formations, like marching to rhythm and everything. Just all of it. And then one of them in front would be like, attention. They'd all stop. And he'd be like, and then he'd shout something. They'd all rev their engines in unison. And then all disperse and start chasing people around the park.
That's
It was
so fucking cool.
terrifying.
That's so cool, dude.
Like, I was still pretty young at the time, so this was like, holy fuck. We all start bailing. My brother was trying to keep it dead cool. He stood there with his big sippy cup, like, that we got from, like, the McDonald's or wherever we went, I can't remember. And he's just there, like, sipping away, like, yeah, this isn't scary, this is nothing. And a guy started darting directly at him. And he just sort of freezes. And then, like, by the time he's closing up, he just fucking, my brother just bolts it into the bathroom. He just full on sprints. Because normally, with, like, those type of people, if you don't react, they won't chase you, because they're like, why would I spend
what's
my
the
time
point?
trying to scare this person when I could chase this girl around who's screaming her head off to make the place seem scarier, if you know what I mean? So my brother was trying his best, but I feel like the actor could see it in my brother's face.
Yeah.
He was like so close to cracking.
Yeah, dude. Oh, dude, I would love to do something like that. We have like a very similar thing, but like I don't know what it is, but we have it down in Dublin where it's like a giant wheat farm, and so they like cut like a maze in it. And so,
oh yeah, I used to do.
People just wait inside the wheat farm, and they just like pop out every now and then and start chasing people.
We used to have corn mazes. That's one of the things I used to do. You know, back with my granddad at Wales, we used to go to the corn maze all the time. That shit was great.
Hell yeah, dude.
But
dude, I would.
Another thing was, go on.
So I was just saying like all that type of stuff. You know the London Dungeon.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I would love to do stuff like that. Like, that stuff would be so up my alley. You don't understand, dude.
Well, like, working it or just going to
working it. Working in it,
oh,
dude.
yeah.
I would love to do that. I know after a while it probably gets like a bit draining, but
yeah,
like I don't know, man. I think I'd fit really well into it. I think I'd fit really well into it, dude. That's the way that I feel.
Probably, I could see you like proper getting into the role and enjoying it. Be a good time. Well, it's like with this Halloween Horror Nights, it's not only that the theme park gets decorated, they also build new attractions for Halloween.
Really?
Like they will build entire haunted houses. You know, like the type of like it was like one haunted house would be the size of that Farmageddon that I went to the other year.
That's so
like this was quite a big thing, and they just build just in the middle of like nowhere in like the sort of outskirts of the park these like Halloween things, and they were all different themes from different Universal horror films.
Yeah.
And when I went, I was still like relatively young. I can't remember how old. I think I was like 11. But oh my god, it was terrifying. Like if I went now, it would be my element. I'd be having such a good time because I love horror. I love all that stuff. But that age, I was not ready for it all.
Oh my god, sounds so much fun.
Neither was
dude.
my mate Callum. My mate Callum, he was like around the same age as me, and we were like both there. And my mum was like walking with me. And then I was just like, I can't take this. My mum started covering my eyes and walking through with me. I was terrified. And then my mate Callum started crying, and then he had his eyes covered up, and we just got pushed through it all. And we came out the other end like, no more, no more. It was terrifying. So the next day, when my family went back to do the rest of the rides, me and Callum stayed back with his mum, chilling in the pool from the villa and watching American cartoons. It was sweet.
Dude. Oh.
It was dope. And we ordered Domino's. It was a good time.
Dude, I want to go back to America again. I really, really do. Like now that
we should
I'm
get
an
the
adult,
boys and go Universal and stuff. That'd be amazing.
we have to go to Japan first.
Oh, Japan is 100%
Japan
next.
is 100% next, and then we can go to America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the thing is with America, we need to get visas.
Yeah.
And sort all security, and they're so uptight, which is fair enough. Fair enough. They're a big...
Dude, if there's one thing,
seemingly...
I always have like the biggest stress going through American airport security. I get stressed going through...
Because there's just blokes with guns everywhere.
Well, that's the thing. I get stressed going through like Ireland airport security because they always frisk me every fucking single time. They put me through the machines. They frisk
like
me.
you.
They do all that. Dude,
They like you. They want to touch you up.
I guess so. I guess that's the whole
just
situation.
want
It
their
doesn't make
hands
me
on you.
happy. It doesn't make me happy at all. It makes me very upset. Very upset with the whole situation.
Do not enjoy.
I do not like it when they rub my bottom. It makes me very upset. But like every single time, but in the American airport security thing, they did everything. Like
Yeah.
they did everything, dude. Like it's just so not fun. Dude,
I've
and then I
got,
went to
like-
Belgium, right? And then they were just like, "Hey, okay, cool." And they were just like, "Okay, cool, go for this thing." And I was like, "Okay,
They just
cool." And
push
then I
you
started
through
like unpacking all my gear and stuff like that. And they were just like, "What are you doing? Don't do that." I was like, "What?" And they're just like, just throw it through. I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
So it just
That's weird, isn't it?
like Belgium airport
Like-
security, just go through like you're fine. Like it literally took me 10 minutes. It takes me 2 hours to get through Ireland airport security.
See, with America though, I almost had a panic attack
Really?
going through a form of air sports security. Basically, we were in New York City, the Big Apple, and we were going up the Empire State Building, going up the big lift, and it was like, whoa, we're going up. And then right at the top, they have like metal detection and stuff, which fair enough. Yeah, the fucking Empire State Building's a big icon, so
Mhm.
it could very well be a target. So they make you go through all this security and stuff, and you get pat downs and stuff. So I bought my bag. I had this sort of over the shoulder bag, big Nintendo one. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So I took that off. I threw it on through the metal detector. It went through. I went through, and then this guy sort of looked at me. The guy was holding like a rifle on his chest and everything. He sort of looked at me and was like, he was like, "Sir, can you open your bag, please?" I was like, "What?"
It's when they say please, dude, you're just like, I'm so sorry.
They were like, "We've seen something in your bag. We just want to check what it is." And I was like, okay. Don't shoot me. I open it, pull out 2 boxes of Pop-Tarts, and he goes, "Okay, that's fine. You can go." Just obviously the like foil on the Pop-Tarts, and then this 2 boxes together looks like a big package of just things wrapped in foil, and he was just like, "What are you?" And he was just like, even he looked relieved. He went, okay, it's Pop-Tarts, go on. I was like, oh, okay.
Dude, it's the absolute worst when you get pulled over. It's like they
It's terrifying.
in Ireland they take everything, like nearly everything out of your bag, like all that type of stuff. You have to put electronics on top of your bags and things like that. And you have to put your wallet in certain positions and stuff, like where somebody could just like grab it. Like, you know, like it makes me so stressed out. It makes me so stressed out. And I'm not really a person who gets very stressed out very often, but like with airport security, it's one of those things that really fucking gets my gooses like not loose. You know what I mean? Like it's just I like there is a stick up my ass the entire time going through airport security.
Yeah.
Like
I hope, because I haven't been through air security since about 2014. I think that was the last time I flew. Was it 2014? I need to clarify this. Like, it's that was the last place I have been was New York. That was the last holiday I took. I've been to Wales and that since, but I don't class it as like, oh, I've been away.
well, like
I
on
just
a
went to Wales.
plane, right? Like when you're on a
Yeah.
plane, you know you're going on holiday.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
Like when you're in a car, you're just going on a day trip. You know, like it doesn't feel like too special.
Let's see. So here's a picture of me stood in front of the Statue of Liberty. That was 2012. It was even further than that.
Really?
Holy crap! Yeah, that was the last time I left this country.
Holy shit. Dude,
That was
I'm
me in Times
glad
Square with
I'm
the
taking
lads.
you away from like the United Kingdom.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, originally didn't have many people to go places like that with.
Mhm.
The reason I went to New York was it was a school trip. So me and all the boys went,
Dude,
and
it's time.
we had the opportunity. Whereas
The
now I've got
boys escape Brexit.
you're not part of Brexit. You can keep it to
I
yourself,
have an
son.
English passport, dude. Like I do.
Oh
yeah.
so you do.
I have a British passport, dude.
Ah.
Dude, I took advantage of
enough.
that British passport when it was really powerful, but now I have to get an Irish one.
Yeah, I've just got a brand new passport, which I'm gonna have to renew in like possibly in a few months anyway.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I just needed like boys to travel with. Like Joe wants to travel, but he can't afford it because he can't get a job. No matter how hard he tries, nowhere takes on.
Really?
Where he's from, jobs are just awful.
Ah.
They're so bad.
Is he living
So-
in the countryside?
No, it's just the town we live in. We lived in.
Ah, I
It's
see.
not great for getting jobs.
Dude.
It's
You know
stupid.
what, my dude? I think it's time for
Yeah.
us to end the podcast, man.
It's been an extra long one
It's
today.
been a
hasn't
super long one.
It's been
you know?
a weird one,
We've
but it's been a
we've
good
talked a lot
time.
of good shit.
Wait, this isn't even that. It feels so long.
It feels longer than
it's
it
only
is.
been an hour and a
Yeah,
half.
but like
This
this
is-
is like the actual just episode timer, to be honest.
This is just average times. Like the last one was an hour 20. The one before that was an hour 25. The one before that was an hour 18. Like we roughly go an hour 20 minutes anyway.
I think like we just kind of like you know when you like tell some of these stories and they feel heavy to tell. Dude,
Yeah.
that's just how it was, dude. We told some heavy stories today, dude. I told some childhood
good
stories.
times.
I never talk about my
Boy.
childhood.
I talked about me blacking out from
Yeah,
alcohol. I never talk about that shit. I
Dude.
just thought I'd share the story.
Yeah, it
for
was a
people
great
who-
story. I really enjoyed
I
it.
know.
But dude,
Hell
let me
yeah.
ask you something, dude.
What do you want now?
Where can people?
We're about to wrap up. What do you
Where
want?
can people find you?
What possibly could you
Where
want?
can people find you on the social medias?
Where can they find me? In their house.
In their
I'm in the house. I'm somewhere.
Come
Oh, well,
down to the
you can-
basement, or I'll come up and get you.
Oh, without the context, that just sounds insane.
I think
was a
even
meme.
with
It's
the
a meme.
context, like it's actually
It
worse.
still doesn't make any sense. Anyway, I am Scottscy,
Whoa.
one of your hosts and fellow boy on the internet, and you can find me over on YouTube. www.youtube.com/Scottscy. That's SCOTTSCY. You can also find me on Twitter at ScottscyYT, Instagram at Scottscy, and just all over the show. Really, I'm all over Twitch. That's another one. I'm on Twitch, and yeah, everywhere just look Scottscy.
Dude,
All the links to me are in the description.
rap god.
Blair.
What?
Sorry, I always
Yeah.
try and get that out the way. I don't like rambling on about like, hey, look, come find me, even though I should really.
You
Tell
should probably
people
tell
too,
people
'cause-
where you fucking are, dude.
I need clout.
You know what?
Give me clout.
Let me come on, guys. Let me tell you about my cloud, because it's definitely more important in this case, right? Exactly.
Mine's better.
Right.
Go watch my banter series on YouTube if you want gaming let's plays. It's not even a let's play, it's a funny moment.
Hey, gamers. Thank you so much. You can find me at twitch.tv/Blairlex. You can find me at youtube.com/Blairlex. You can find me on castingcallclub.com/Blairlex for any voice acting situations that you may need. If you need a very high voiced individual, you know where to go. You can also find me on the socials, the other two socials, which is Twitter and Instagram at Blairlex, my dude. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
And you can also find Blair in the trailer for the Minecraft Machinima Lick.
You can indeed find me in the Minecraft Machinima Lick where I scream.
It's amazing. I loved it. It's so good.
You can find me in a lot of projects, by the way. It's not just Minecraft Machinimas.
Oh yeah.
You can find me in a
He's
lot of
all over the
projects.
show. He's a voicey
I'm
boy.
a voice actory boy. Mwah.
That is it for this week, everybody. Thank you all for joining us for this hour and a half of madness.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys
had a good day.
next week.
I hope you had a good journey if you were listening to this on a train. I hope you had a good day in work, because that's where I listen to most of my podcasts. And I hope you come back again. Bye. Sayonara. Oh, Jesus.
That was a great fucking episode, if I do say so myself.